What's going on everyone, I am AhkTaar and welcome back on my YouTube channel. In this video it's gonna be finally time to try the new hero Rista, and you are gonna see that he changed everything in my team using my Ikina. He is so powerful now thanks to Ikina. Both of them are so great in this team. She is the only DPS I have on my team. I can replace her by a Lukea. It's gonna be the same damage, it's gonna do the same, but in fact she is better because she can apply Wet 2 and Cold 2 on the boss, so she's gonna stay alive longer during the run. I'm using Nicholas in here. I'm gonna replace him by a Visley. After that I'm gonna do more videos trying Visley here, replacing also here by a Lukea, maybe put a Mamuk, and using that it's gonna be so great. So let's run the fight and see what happens. You are gonna see that the result is impressive, really impressive, stunning. Look at that. First of all, this is the attack I have on my Ikina right now, 57k. It's because of Rista. Normally, my Ikina has a 45k attack, but she gets 30% of the attack of the initial attack of Rista. He has 39k attack only, but a huge amount of speed, and this is the way I'm planning to use him, with a decent amount of effect hit, but it's not needed here. It's more for other content. So here he gives with his passive here 30% of his own attack to the highest attacker in your team, and so this is my Ikina. It's a part of his initial attack. I tried to use a legendary aura, the advanced hit aura, which one gives 12% more attack, but it's at the beginning of the fight, and so it's not a part of his initial attack, so it's not taking into consideration. So be careful about that. This is why I'm using a speed aura, because I think it's better on him. Let's talk about his exclusives. It's important to have the two first ones. The first one is the best one. It's gonna get an extra turn after using the first active skill and increase the turn meter of my highest attacker by 30% every time he's gonna cast this skill. Basically, I'm gonna cast this skill first priority, and then always use my basic attack. So I'm gonna do a pursuit with my Ikina, and every pursuit is gonna increase the layers of vortex debris she has on her, and so she has her maximum potential sooner during the fight, and you are gonna see that it's gonna make a huge difference. This is the reason why I'm not using the ultimate in here. It's doing a lot of damage here, but if I was doing that in manual, I would use that until I have the 50 layers of vortex debris on my Ikina, because it deals more damage, and also it provides the defense down. So my basic attack on Ikina is gonna deal more damage. The first active skill on Ikina is not gonna be higher because she already have 100% piercing rate on her. So the defense down is not needed, but then he does a lot of damage, especially if he has the third exclusive here. But it doesn't matter to use that, so the third exclusive is not needed on him. With the second one, he gives extra crit damage to Ikina, so she gets 30% to 50% once she is stealth, and he can stealth her using the first active skill here. So prepare yourself, it's gonna be really intense. Really stunning. The result is just unbelievable. I'm using only one DPS, and imagine the damage I'm gonna do with this team. You can reproduce it and get easily the 100 million damage, and then the 200 million damage with way less stats than me. You are gonna understand why. I can reach 400 million with this team, only one DPS. It's so perfect. Look at that, already 12 layers of vortex debris. I'm gonna get 2 every time I'm gonna make a pursuit, so I got 4 more now. 16 layers, 18, 20, and then 22. And I'm gonna use the first active skill now for the first time during the fight. Look at the damage. 35 million almost on the turn, at the end of the turn number 3. It's stunning. It's so great. It's more than she was doing before without Rista, with 50 layers of vortex debris. Her damage are so insane, and 35 million is not great in one hit. You are gonna see right after when she's gonna have more layers of vortex debris. And also, I want to say that I have some decent amount of effect hit on her, so I can apply the Wet 2 and Cold 2 more often on the boss, and it's really important. This is why Nicholas also and Visley are important, because they can reduce the resistance of the boss by 50%, and it helps a lot. So for now, I can tank super easy the first 10 turns, but then it's gonna be a bit more difficult. 58 million turn number 7. It's insane. And I didn't have the 50 layers of vortex debris on her. I was close. I was close to the 50, but I didn't have the 50. 138 million damage already, turn number 8, but she's gonna release another. I call that the ultimate soon. On the next turn. But I think she won't have the attack buff. As you saw, I took almost no damage here, but I took a crit but no damage, 47 million, because I didn't have the attack buff. If I increase more the attack on Rister, then at this moment I would have the attack buff and get 20 million more damage. 200 million already, turn number 11. Let's hope I can survive until the end. I'm gonna have to tank the basic attack, but he has Wet 2 on him, so super easy. I can take a crit, it won't proc the apple. Look at that. I took a crit and it didn't proc the apple. This is why Ikina is so great. Another 61 million damage. 274 million damage, turn number 13. They are so great. I love this hero. I said on my previous video that he would be broken, and he is a game changer. But not only for the guild boss, but for all the contents also. Okay, it's proc the apple, I had no buff anymore. If I had a bit more speed, just a bit more speed on my Catherine, I would have had the attack down. Another 48 million damage, 340 million damage almost. I need to deal another ultimate on her, and then the boss is gonna die. Hope I can survive until that moment. I have consolidation. He has Wet 2. I survived. So now, last ultimate, 400 million damage coming. Look at that. 417 million damage using Ikina. Stunning. Stunning. 400 million damage on Ikina. This is so powerful. Guys, this is just unbelievable. This is so strong. Only 1 DPS here, and this is just, I have no other word. This is just insane. Tell me what do you think about that in the comment below. And you are gonna see, I'm gonna try now without Nicholas, just to see if that does make a difference. I'm gonna get less speed on my hero, so yeah, it's gonna make a difference, and I won't have the damage bonus from his passive. But normally I should be safe using her. Or maybe I should, instead of her, use, where is it? Mamuk? Yeah, you know what, let's try her. Let's try with her. I'm gonna set the smart casting here. A priority to this skill. Yeah, in terms of smart casting, if you are curious about that, I'm using that on my Catherine because she has a huge amount of speed, as you can see here, but she is still lacking some extra speed. I can get just a bit more, increasing the talents, and this is what I'm focusing at the moment. Then Ben Austin has a lot of speed too, banning this skill. My Rister, I'm banning the ultimate, I'm using only the basic attack. I have that amount of speed, but I'm using a speed mark aura. And on my Ikina, I am using the shield smash here. I have that amount of speed. I nerfed her speed in order to get more damage on her, And this is now perfectly optimized for the guild boss number 6. I spent a lot of time today in order to optimize everything in here. I have that aura also. It's a 5-star combat vanguard. So yeah, it's increasing a lot my damage. But if you don't have a 5-star combat vanguard, just use what you have. You can still reach the 200 million easy. Then you have to increase your aura and stats on your heroes in order to reach higher. But between 200 and 400 million damage, there is a huge gap. So if you can reach the 200 million, then it's okay. You can just chill and wait until you have better stuff on your heroes. Then I have a skill master aura on Ben Austin, and this is a 2-star skill master aura, so same comment as for Catherine. And then here speed mark aura, only 0-star, here 0-star shield smash, and here I'm gonna use that only. So I want to apply that, and let's try with that just to see if I can survive and how much damage I can do. I'm gonna quit the game. Before the end. So I'm not losing my my attempt, and so I can try other stuff. So first attack. 10 vortex debris here. I have the consolidation. 12, 14, 16. So for now it's reproducing the same. I just have less speed than before, but I'm gonna have the attack down 40% on the boss. So normally I'm gonna be safer during the run. It's better to have the attack down 40% on the boss, and look at that, ultimate 27 million. So it's not the same damage as before, but just a bit less. But still working. So if you have a Nicholas, if you don't have exclusive 3 Nicholas, even if you have an exclusive 2 Nicholas, it's better to use Visley. And I'm pretty sure that if you're using Visley and replace Ikina by Lukea, it's gonna be better, because you're gonna benefit from the 50% crit rate bonus she gives on the first active skill, and your Ikina is gonna deal a crazy amount of damage. I'm gonna try that right after. $37 million, but I had the attack down 40% on Ikina. So now that's an issue, that's a speed issue. This is a speed issue. Because I optimized my team using Nicholas, and I didn't optimize the speed around my Visley. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the attack down on my Ikina now. Attack down on the boss, really important. So I can tank super easy normally. 100 million. 55 million damage here. Already 165 million. So, in a few amount of turns, normally I am gonna get the 200 million with that team. Thanks to wet, cold, attack down, I am pretty safe during the run. Safer than using a Nicholas though. Another 55 million, already 233 million damage here. And attack down again on the boss with wet 2, so I'm gonna take no damage on my Ikina. I'm safe. I don't have the consolidation, but normally I should be safe. So I'm gonna use one more time my ultimate before the end. I hope I won't have the attack down. Okay, I don't have the attack down. Attack bonus, please. Is she gonna use her ultimate? No, she doesn't have the attack bonus on her for now. So the damage on the last attack are not gonna be that high. Another 44 million, already almost 300 million damage using that. So if you are using that, for sure you can get the 200 million damage. So that's the end. 297 million. Now we are going to try to replace Ikina by Lukea in order to see if there is a difference. Because Lukea is going to hit super hard also, but I have an EV Lukea. My Lukea is so great and optimized in terms of stats, so she is going to destroy the boss. So if I go back on the guild boss here, I'm going to replace Ikina by Lukea. Done, and let's retry with Visley, because she can't stay alive with Nicholas. Turn meter increase, 10 bleeds on the boss. Look at the amount of damage for now already. This is impressive, with only Lukea. It's better than before when I was using both Lukea and Ikina without Rista and using also Nicholas. It's great using her because she benefits from the crit rate given by Visley also, and so her damage are going higher. Okay, now she has the Soul Core because she didn't have that yet. And look at that, now she has 112% crit rate because she has 50% more crit rate thanks to Visley. And she has pretty nice stats here, 130% mastery, not a lot of effect hit, a lot of crit damage, crit rate, and here a huge amount of speed thanks to the speed bonus here. Normally she has 2000, and a lot of attack. But I have the attack down though, we are gonna see without the attack down. 85k attack thanks to the attack buff on her. Normally she has 52k. Okay, so now I'm gonna need the attack down. So please Visley, tell me you have that resisted. Okay, I am still alive, I could tank this one because it wasn't a crit. Otherwise I would be dead. 100 million already. I'm lacking a lot of effect hit on my Visley. I changed her gear in order to get more speed. Oh no. He targeted her, but she was stealth. So yeah, it can work if I change things in the team. But yeah, it's not clearly not optimal. I'm gonna replace Visley and put Nicholas on the last try on the video, and then I'm gonna end the video. And I'm gonna show you the build of the hero though, because it's important. So replace Visley by Nicholas. Normally it should work, but I'm lacking a ton. I'm lacking a ton of effect hit on her at the moment. Okay, so last try. You are gonna see that she's not gonna survive during the run because she doesn't provide wet, and wet is so important in fact. But the damage are higher than before, but that's normal because without any exclusives, Nicholas is gonna give some damage bonus to all my DPS, and with exclusive 3 the damage bonus is gonna be way higher. So she has more damage than before, and look at the damage on every bleed though. But she doesn't have the core yet. Yeah, now it's gonna be, look at that. But now I have the attack down. Already 82 million damage, turn number 5. If I was able to survive here, the result would be stunning. But maybe with this team here, Catherine is maybe not the best solution to have, because she doesn't require the counter attack. She deals a lot of damage on the counter attack though. but I feel like she doesn't need the counter attacks. If I was using Mamuk, for example, yeah, but I would lose the feebleness too if I replace her with Mamuk. 132 million. Turn number 8. The result is amazing too. Yeah, I already lost the apple, you know? Did you see that? This is why Ikina is better than her. Or you know what? If I had Seth instead of Catherine, it would be nice. I would have Ripple too, attack up 40% more often, tenacity buff, more shields. Maybe it would change something here, but maybe not, because I would, yeah, the boss would have wet and cold, maybe more often than that, than the consolidation. I'm still alive for now. 220 million damage. Turn number 13. So it's worse than Ikina, and it's less safe. As you can see, I'm already dead, but 200 million reach on turn number 14. And the stats I have on my Lukea are way better than the ones I have on my Ikina though. So let me exit the game, and now let me show you the build I have on my hero, on my Rista. And also on my Ikina, I'm gonna show you that, because it's important. So, run the game again, and then let me show that to you. So, if I go on the hero here, first of all, this is my Lukea. I'm gonna just talk quickly about her. Penetration set, mastery set. She has crazy stats here. 52k attack. Awesome, and heavy defensive stats. 2000 speed. I lowered her speed just a bit. That was for my previous team. It was doing better. I had 350 million damage with the previous team though. Here 62% crit rate, 213% crit damage, 46% effect hit, and 130 mastery. This is pretty nice. I'm using that emblems, so I am doing more dot damage and direct damage here, more effect hit here, more cooldown reduction and damage reduction using that. Probably I should try to change this one to, let me check, to this one. Maybe it's gonna change something, because the tenacity here would be really important to survive easier when the boss is gonna launch his basic attack and crit on your hero. This one is probably better than the other. You know what? I'm gonna stay on this one. Then I'm using this aura on her level 22, a piercing rate increase and more attack. This one is the best aura you can put on her. Then this is my Ben Austin here. First aid set, feather set, a lot of tanky stats, but what matters is the speed and the effect hit. So I can apply some really often the defense down with the counter attacks of Catherine, and I can play really often. This is what you want on him, only speed and effect hit. I am using these emblems on him, so that it is designed for PvP, so I get more resistance, and here I have more effect hit and more speed. This aura on him, as I said before at the beginning of the video, Skill Master aura 2 stars. This is the only one you want to put on a Ben Austin. Don't put Combat Vanguard on him. If he is exclusive 3, you will never attack the boss outside of the counter attacks, and so you will never apply the debuffs from the Combat Vanguard aura with Ben Austin. This is the only one you want to put on him. Then this is my Catherine. I have a lot of speed on her because she has more than all my heroes in the game. I designed her in order to push the faction. I need more speed than the boss, so until I have more speed than the boss, I'm gonna put all my speed on her. And the boss has 2800 speed on the last stage, so I'm not close enough. She has more speed than my space though. So, feather set and speed set. A lot of attack, a lot of HP and defense, a huge amount of speed, And that's pretty all. You need some healing effect because I'm using this aura, so she can't heal with the recovery on aura. I'm using that because basically I'm using her in every content in the game, so I want to have that on her. And it increases a lot my damage, 36% more damage every time I'm gonna attack, 20% more than without any star here. This is the only aura, the first one you want to have on your heroes, and the first one you want to maximize in terms of stars. Once your team is set up with all legendary auras, this is the best income you're gonna have in damage. Then I have these emblems on her, so pretty classic. And then this is my Ikina though. Wild set and crit set. 100% crit rate, just enough. 273% crit damage almost, 45k attack, 1900 speed. I lowered her speed. Before I had 2153, something like that. But now I'm using Restore, and he can increase her speed and turn meta, and make some pursuits, so I don't need the same amount of speed on her. I wanted to increase my attack, to be sure to deal more damage. This is, and some effect hit. This is what you want to focus on her. First the crit rate, then the attack, and then the crit damage, and apply some extra effect hit. I'm using these emblems on her, but maybe, yeah, this one can be interesting, but I'm not sure it's useful here. Maybe I would use this one rather, so she can stay alive until the end. I think this one is gonna be better, so I'm gonna change my emblems and use this one in order to see if it's better or not. I'm just getting just a bit more effect in here. It can do a difference, but I'm not really sure. It's a low amount though, so yeah. And this one takes effect only at the beginning of the first turn, so it doesn't really matter to use that. So I'm gonna put that, and try with that, in fact. And I'm using this aura on her now. It is level 18. I have some piercing rate and more attack. The piercing rate is only important for the basic attack because she has already 100% piercing rate using her ultimate, so it won't affect the damage more than that. It's only for the basic attack, but I have more attack here because I always have a shield on her. And then this is my Restore. He is the less tanky in my team, but I have 39k attack here, so I get more attack on my Ikina. A huge amount of speed, the more you have the better. And finally some effect hit, but it's more for PvP, so it doesn't really matter. And I have these emblems on him, so I get more attack here, some crit, some direct damage here, and some more effect hit, cooldown reduction. It can make a difference, this one, and more speed, really important, that one for PvP also, and less damage when he has a shield. And I'm using this aura to increase his speed. This is my Restore. I'm using two different builds, I think, on him. I had this one, I tried this one, so I have way more attack, but way less speed. And in fact, it's less effective because I'm lacking the last attack on my Ikina if I'm using this one. So in fact, I'm losing between 40 and 60 million damage on the boss because I will have less turn meter increase. So this one is better. And finally, my Nicholas here, and then I'm gonna show you my Visley. First aid set and speed set. I changed a lot his speed. I had less than that before, but I needed more, so I lowered his effect hit. Normally he had 138% effect hit, and it's recommended for PvE and PvP, so I'm gonna reduce again his speed and try to increase it with the talents maybe. So yeah, that's my Nicholas with these emblems. And this aura, I am using this one normally in the guild against the guild boss. That was for my Lukea, but it's not maxed out, so I'm losing a lot of damage. It could be way better. And finally, my Visley, she is here, but in fact the run was terrible, so maybe you don't want to see my set. Two speed sets. I have some defense stats, 2400 speed, but it's not enough, and I'm lacking a lot of effect kit because I tried to increase more my speed, but it was a bad idea. I need more effect kit than that. So these emblems and only this aura, but it's designed for PvE, so not for the guild boss. So that was all for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.